So you want to be a Maga Patriot. Well, it ain't that easy. It ain't all just rainbows and butterflies over here. You gotta kind of work at it. You're not just going to jump right in and be like, "Hey, I'm a patriot." First of all, first thing you got to do, convince yourself that the world is an evil place, and that the entire world is against you and is out to get you. There's various ways you can do that. There's websites and stuff you can go to that'll help you do that. But that's once you do that, you've reached a goal of what they call psychosis. Once you've given yourself psychosis, then the next step is to convince yourself that Donald Trump is an honorable man, that he never lies, that he's always being straight up with us, and that he was sent by God to protect us from all of the evil in the world that's out there. And once you accept that, then you can start receiving his messages and stuff, like from his social media posts and stuff. And then he tells us, who the enemy is, who we're supposed to hate, who we're supposed to be scared of, and all that stuff. That gets you started. All right. Once you've gotten that, there's other things. Now it starts getting a little easier, because then you've got like people want to know, where do you get your information at? Well, it's not hard, y'all. You can go to Rumble. And then there's all kind of like podcasters and stuff. So examples, let's say you wake up one morning and you're like, I want to get off spending the day about horrific child trafficking and blood drinking Democrat demons and stuff. It's right there on Rumble. You can go find video after video and stuff where people are telling you that kind of stuff. Or you want to get off spending the day thinking about the government spraying us with chemtrails and stuff, or like space lasers, HARP, any of that kind of stuff is there. You want to spend the day getting off on global cabals and stuff, where these huge organizations of people that are Satan worshipers and stuff like that. You can find that on there. It's anything you want, y'all. You can go to Telegram. That's where people can be like anonymous, and then you can believe anything that they make up and tell you. And Reddit, another good place to get good information, that kind of thing. But see, now eventually what you're going to happen is you're going to stumble across like a news article, like I did the other day. I stumbled across this news article thing, and it started talking about how it's not a good thing to take rights away from women, and I was reading along, and I was like, I agree with this. Everything they're saying, I agree with, and then I looked up, and I was like, oh geez, New York Times. That's why I agree with it. So then I was like, well, I wasn't supposed to do that. Now what do I do now? I'm stuck with this information. I've already agreed with it, and which leads me to the next part. One of the hardest things is being a coward all the time. Just being a straight up coward. Like say you're sitting around with your buddies or something, and you're talking about politics, and then say that subject comes up about women's rights and everything, and they say something you disagree with because you got that information. You can't say nothing. You got to be a coward and just agree with them, because thing is, if you disagree with them and you point out the information you got, they're going to call you names. They're going to accuse you of being woke. They'll call you libtard, and them and all their buddies, all your other buddies stuff. They'll start making fun of you, and they can kick you out of their little circle of friends and stuff. And that's the most important thing is just following everybody else and not trying to make them see things from other people's perspective. They'll kick you out. So being a coward is real hard all the time. You got to be a coward all the time and never speak up for your honest beliefs. And then there's the fear and hatred list. We should have thick notebooks of this, because the list continually grows all the time. It's hard to keep track of. So who to fear, who to hate, all that stuff It's constantly evolving. It gets tiring at times. And then, like, for me, you know, I'm in like an interracial marriage, y'all. My wife's Asian, right? And I love her, y'all. I love her. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's sweet. But she's Asian, and I'm not sure if she's supposed to be on that list now, or anything. So, like, when we go out in public and stuff, it's like, hey, are my friends? Are they going to be talking about me because of that? You know? Yeah, that's those things you got to worry about being a patriot. But the biggest thing is always just being fearful, always hating, and always being a coward is why I say it ain't always rainbows and butterflies. You got to work at it, y'all. Sometimes I've actually thought about it, it's like, man, this is like sitting in a dark, damp cave and it's just miserable in here. And I know that if I was just to go out there into the world and actually start absorbing some real information and reality and stop blocking out reality, that it'd be like just running out of that dark cave and getting a big fresh breath of air and sunshine. But the most important thing, though, is making sure that you don't get kicked out of your circle of friends. So you better act like them and think like them, repeat the same messages they do, and all that, because that's most important above everything. All right, Inmate Trump 2024.